Good morning for us who are here in Argentina and in Latin America. Good evening for you in China. Good afternoon for Professor Pérez Collados and Professor Juan Yi, who are in Europe now. Well, first of all, welcome. Welcome for all of you who are now starting our program of intensive courses valid for the PhD, for the doctorate of the University of Buenos Aires in the area of business and commercial law. And of course, it's very nice to greet you again to all of you who already are students of our program. Well, little history of our program. Our program is created in the year 2008 by our dean, by that time, Professor Attilio Aníbal Alterini. And Professor Lucas Bettendorf is the one who takes the program in his hands and carries it ahead. And I think the 5th of January of the following year, 2009, we received the first 54 students, all of them from Brazil, who come to the first edition of our program. Now, in the second fortnight, we received some 150 students, and with the incorporation of other countries, Chile, Colombia, Argentina, and then afterwards we continued growing under the direction of the law school by Dean Monica Pinto, and from that moment on, the director of the post-graduation department of the law school is Professor Leandro Vergara, who is now with us today and who is the elected dean of the law school, by the way, and also a permanent professor of the program. And of course, from that moment on, the academic secretary of the law school is Professor Silvia Nona, who is also with us today and who is the elected vice dean of the law school of the University of Buenos Aires. So we are extremely happy that two professors who were with us from the very beginning in the program, Professor Silvia Nona and Professor Leandro Vergara, who always supported the program from the very first moment. Silvia Nona as academic secretary of the law school and Leandro Vergara as the chairman of the post-graduation department. And now we are so glad that we have them as dean and vice dean of the law school. And our program grew. Our program received students, as you have seen, from now almost 40 countries. We have the 5 continents represented. And in the breaking of the pandemics of the COVID, we had to move, as all the international post-graduation programs, we had to move to the system of platforms. We in Argentina use mostly Zoom. And so we moved to Zoom, and the law school started working. It was quite a problem for us teachers because we didn't know. The only teacher who knew in our team how to work with Zoom is Professor Ignacio Tedesco, who will also be a professor in the program for you because he is a professor in the program. And Professor Ignacio Tedesco became our teacher because he was the only one of all us who already knew what Zoom was. No, we didn't know what to do with Zoom. Professor Pérez Collados also started teaching me about, because the first day when Professor Pérez Collados told me about the existence of Zoom, I would write at that moment SUM, no? But we really didn't know how to work with a platform. And then afterwards, once we were already working with platforms, the possibility of starting an agreement with the People's Republic of China came through the hands of Professor Huang Yi. Professor Huang Yi, who is also with us today, is the responsible because she came to the University of Buenos Aires with the agency she very, very well represents. And then we started seeing the possibility of creating this new area and started working with the Voov platform as we are now and incorporate the Chinese students to our program. We already had some Chinese students, but in Spanish, no, and very, very, very few. And of course, the great uh, creator of this new possibility to which we have to owe the pleasure of having you today with us, is Professor José María Pérez Collados. Professor José María Pérez Collados, the coordinator uh, with Professor Raúl Echeverri of this area, is now with us today also. He is from Spain, and he was the one who worked and continues working a lot in order to have this new possibility working. So that's a little piece of history. Of course, we are leaving aside a lot of moments, a lot of things. We are now returning to physical presence in our courses. And so really, we want very much to have the pleasure of having you here in Buenos Aires in the next courses. We are already working in that. Juan Yi and Professor Pérez Collados and myself, we are working hard in all the papers and all the things that are needed uh, for you to come to Argentina and take courses here. That's very important because uh, there's something that it must be perfectly crystal clear. Is that you need to study Spanish. You need to study Spanish. And that's why when you come here, we will provide you with courses which are prepared specially for Chinese students. Because you must, I, I, I mean, it's not necessary that you become Pablo Nerudas or Gabriel Garcia Marquez or Jorge Luis Borges, but you must understand Spanish. You must be able to have a conversation in Spanish. And so it's very important for your career, for your PhD. It's very important that you have in mind that you must come to Argentina and stay here for a period, and also be in touch with our culture. You will go to tango shows, and probably you would like to go to a football match, and you will go to our restaurants and meet our people and walk in the streets of Buenos Aires and be in touch with the things we have good and the things we have bad, but know the culture of the country that will give you the title you are searching. So this is what I wanted to say to you today as a welcome, humble message. And now I will ask Professor Silvia Nona, as I said, presently the academic secretary of the law school and now the elected vice dean of the law school. And I ask, please, Professor Silvia Nona, to say some words. Please go ahead, Silvia.
Hello, how are you? It's a pleasure for me to join you in this new opening. And on behalf of our dean, Dr. Juarez, and of our vice dean, Dr. Hebal, and mine, I'm very, very grateful to Professor Ricardo Rabinovich and to Wang Jin and Jose Maria Perez Collado to make this possible and to make this interchange possible. Thank you, students, for choosing our School of Law, the University of Buenos Aires, and thank you to all the professors that will be joining you. I hope you will learn a lot. I hope you will enjoy all the classes you will have. And I'm sure that as soon as possible, we will be joining here presently in our School of Law. Well, thank you, all of you, for being here, and have a good time.
Thank you very much, dear Silvia. Thank you very, very much. And now I will pass the word to Professor Leandro Vergara, who is and has been for all these years the chairman of the postgraduation department of our law school and is now, very happily for all of us, the elected dean of our law school. Leandro, please.
Thank you, Ricardo. It's a high honor to be here. It's the privilege to welcome you. I am very satisfied with Ricardo and Jose Maria initiative. They are great creators, and I give them all my appreciation and thanks for their work. I am also very grateful for the work carried out by Huang Ji. As I have been saying, it's an honor to be here in this exchange between China, Spain, and Argentina. The legal culture is today global. The exchange is global, so it is the law and the rule. It's really a great meeting that will benefit everyone, both the teacher and the students. I sincerely hope that our law school can give you everything you expect. I welcome you and hope from the bottom of my heart that you get the best from us. And we will be by your side for everything you need. Thank you again, and good luck for everyone.
Thank you very much, dear Leandro. Thank you also for your permanent support during all these years. And really, you were always there, and we hope you will still be as the next dean. And now I will pass the word to Professor Huang Yi, who, as you know, is the chairman of the Chinese University Agency, through which you are all here today. Professor Huang Yi, please.
Thank you very much. And so I speak in Chinese. So you know that all the professors here knows Chinese. They speak perfectly Chinese. So I speak in Chinese. Okay. 首先我是非常感谢，我刚才其实说笑了，他们并不会说那个中文，但是我是希望用中文对大家表示感谢。首先是非常感谢大家关注我们的这个课程，这个博士项目，然后我们也希望这是第3届的学生，我们也吸取了非常多的以前的一些经验，前2届学生也咨询了我们很多问题，我们也从他们身上也学会了很多问题。然后希望在接下来几届里面，我们会越办越顺利。前2届的学生他们的学习也是非常努力，也是在课程上配合的程度也是非常高。然后我也希望第3届的学生也是同样有一样的作为，他们都是非常优秀的学生。然后第1届的学生他们已经上了3个模块，第2届学生也上了2个模块，他们都非常顺利的通过了几个模块的课程。所以我希望第3届的学生也可以努力的学习，也跟他们同样的优秀，按时尽快的完成这个课程，然后进入到博士的论文阶段，然后尽快取得我们的那个博士论文的答辩机会，然后顺利的毕业。接下来我还想重复一下之前Ricardo 教授他说的，也就是希望大家能够终于有一天在疫情过去以后，可以到前往不是西班牙，不好意思，因为我在西班牙。希望大家都能尽快的前往阿根廷进行这个参加一次最少起码1个模块的一个面授的课程，因为在当地我们可以跟当地的教授进行直接的沟通，可以顺便去学习一个西班牙语。对于他来说，学习西班牙语其实是非常重要的一个学习机会，因为我们现在学习的这个课程是拉美的文化和中国文化的一个对比的一个碰撞的一个结果。所以大家在做一些研究课题的时候，在学一些学术活动的时候，其实最好也可以能用西班牙语去跟当地的人或者当地的老师教授他们进行一些对话，可以学习更多新的知识，而且对于了解双方的这个文化的差异，双方的法律或者企业或商业的一些文化的对比也是非常有益处的。所以如果是大家是前往阿根廷真正参加面授的课程的时候，我们可以也把西班牙语课归为其中的一个学习要点，然后也可以多掌握一门技术，多掌握一些知识，也丰富大家的一个视野。然后我们也是非常感谢学校对我们这个项目的支持。虽然这个项目的开始的时间对于中国的学生来说，这个正式开始推广的时间并不是很长，但是大家也看到这个项目其实是2008年的时候已经存在。虽然是比其他国家的国际生的那个比例比较高一点，但是现在中国的学生也是越来越多，所以在双方的了解越来越加深的情况下，希望我们能够碰撞出更多的学术成果。非常感谢大家。如果以后有什么需要我们这边进行支持，特别是行政方面的一些事务的话，也欢迎大家跟我们联系，然后我们会尽量的去支持大家。谢谢。Pues ya imagino que habéis entendido lo que digo. Yo creo que muy pronto ya también podéis hacer vuestro discurso en chino, ¿no? Lo imagino. Muchísimas gracias. Muchísimas gracias.
谢谢黄吉说说。Bueno, now, thank you very much. I suppose I must thank Professor Huang Ji. I hope I'm not thanking something that was against us or something like that. No, of course we couldn't understand a word, or maybe 2 or 3 words. But well, Shishie, thank you very much anyway, dear Professor Huang Ji. But thank you for all your work here. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for being always with this program in mind. No, really, thank you very much. And now, Professor Jose Maria Perez Collados, who with Professor Juan Yi is one of the 2 heroes, creators of this possibility, and he's the coordinator of this area, will also speak in Chinese. Only that Professor Perez Collados is only he's a specialist in
Spanish accent.
Cantonese Chinese. No, he only speaks Cantonese. So as probably some of you are not familiar with Cantonese, which is the specialty of Professor Pérez Collados, he will speak in English or maybe in Spanish. So, dear Professor Pérez Collados, go ahead, please.
Many thanks, Professor Rabinovich. Only a few words. I want to say welcome for all of you. Next month, we will begin the third edition of our program. And this program is a great opportunity, a wonderful opportunity for all of you. I want to say to you, good luck and good work.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much, dear Professor Jose Maria. And thank you for everything you do for this program. No, you always are there working and always trying to solve all the problems that the students may have and all that. You are a permanent presence in the program, so thank you very much. As we have time, which is something incredible, really, as we have time, I would like to ask one of our teachers who we have a lot of teachers now here in the meeting, something that I really thank very much. And in representation, in behalf of all those teachers, as I see here, we already mentioned Professor Tedesco, I see here Professor Maria Gabriela Scataglini, and I would like to ask Professor Andrea Gastron, who will be one of the first teachers, as also Maria Gabriela, that you will have, and that has been, as Maria Gabriela, teacher of all of you who already are students of the program. Some of you didn't have yet Professor Nacho Tedesco. You will see what professor you will have there. But some of you already had Professor Tedesco, but some of you didn't yet. And all of you that you were in the program, that you are already in the program, all of you had Professor Gastron and Professor Scataglini. So, dear Professor Andrea Gastron, please go ahead and say words for our students.
Well, thank you very much. It's a pleasure for me to speak with all of you, to welcome you. And well, I am very happy also because now I see that there is a student, a former student with who is Smith. I saw him there. So I'm very, very glad. Maybe there are other students, I don't know. But well, I'm very, very happy today to be here with you. I welcome. And I see that Professor Raúl Echeverry has just came with us. Yeah. So I'm happy also because of this. And well, I will tell you the only word I learned in Chinese, that is xie, that I remember because you teach to me. So well, we see you in our course next time, okay? Bye. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Andrea. Thank you very, very much, Shishie. And well, Professor Raúl Echeverry, the co-coordinator of the area, has arrived, but there is some difficulty in your connection. Hay algún problema con tu conexión, Raúl, y no me habilita para darte el sonido. Así que, bueno, Lo bueno es que estás, lo bueno es que has conseguido entrar. The good thing is that Professor Echeverry is here with us. He tried a lot to arrive. I know he is here with us, but with a connection that does not allow to speak. So we greet him, te saludamos with a lot of affection, and we are very happy to have you here now. Estamos muy felices de que estés con nosotros. So, welcome to the Law School of the University of Buenos Aires. Hope to see you all through the Voov platform in the following weeks. And you will have, in this period, the ones who are now entering the program will have lessons with Professor Andrea Gastron, who spoke now, with Professor Maria Gabriela Scataglini, who is here also with us today, Professor Marta Biagi, who had a problem and could not be today in the meeting. And of course, you can't have all good professors. No, it's a rule that you can never have perfection. So you will have three magnificent teachers, Professor Gastron, Professor Scataglini, and Professor Biagi, and you will have a bad teacher, which is myself. So perfection is not of our world, you know, also in Chinese philosophy. So hope to see you through Voov, and hope to see you here in Buenos Aires. Please look. Professor Ignacio Tedesco has as his background one of our imposing halls of the law school. Our building, the building of the Law School of the University of Buenos Aires, is probably the building which has the record of photographs in the entire country. There is no visitor to Buenos Aires who goes from Buenos Aires without taking a photograph in the front of the Law School of the University of Buenos Aires. And that's your house now. That's your home now in Argentina. So you have such a nice home in Argentina, and you will not come? How can that be? We are waiting for you here. Leave everything and come to our law school, my dear, dear Chinese new and old friends. So have a very nice day, have a very nice weekend, and we continue in touch. Thank you very, very much. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. See you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you next.
Bye.